Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of Australian coinage, and the spotlight is on the 1969 Australian 50-cent coin. This coin has an interesting story. It represents one of the early years of Australia's decimal currency system, a period of transition, innovation, and national pride. Although it may appear like just another 50-cent piece at first glance, the 1969 issue carries with it a story of change, design evolution, and collector curiosity. Historical background. To understand the importance of the 1969 50-cent coin, we need to take a step back to 1966, when Australia officially moved from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to the decimal currency we know today. The original 1966 50-cent coin was made of 80% silver and 20% copper, and although it was released for general circulation, it quickly disappeared from people's pockets.
Why?
Because the silver content made the coin worth more in metal value than its face value. People began hoarding them almost immediately. As a result, the Royal Australian Mint made a major decision to reintroduce the 50-cent coin, but this time in a copper-nickel composition instead of silver. The new design was released in 1969, marking the first non-silver 50-cent coin to enter circulation. This version was larger, lighter in color, and had a distinctive 12-sided shape, making it easy to identify by touch or sight. The 1969 release was a turning point, setting the design standard that remains in use even today. Design, obverse. Queen Elizabeth II. The obverse, or front side, of the 1969 50-cent coin features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This portrait was first used on Australian coins in 1966 and would remain in use until 1984. The Queen is shown facing right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of her most recognizable portraits from the mid-20th century. Around the portrait are the inscriptions Elizabeth II and Australia 1969. The design reflects a sense of elegance and continuity, reminding Australians of their connection to the Commonwealth while representing a young and modern nation stepping into a new monetary era. Design, reverse. The Australian coat of arms. On the reverse or tail side of the coin, we find the detailed and symbolic Australian coat of arms, designed by Stuart Devlin, the man behind many of Australia's most iconic decimal coin designs. The coat of arms features a shield that displays the badges of the 6 states of Australia. Surrounding the shield are 2 of the country's national symbols, the kangaroo on the left and the emu on the right. Above the shield is a 7-pointed Commonwealth star, symbolizing the unity of the 6 states and the territories. The entire design is framed by ornate floral decorations, giving the coin an impressive and balanced appearance. The design is bold, deeply engraved, and instantly recognizable, a true emblem of national identity. Composition and specifications. The 1969 Australian 50-cent coin is made from a copper-nickel alloy, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It weighs 15.55 grams, has a diameter of 31.5 millimeters, and, as mentioned earlier, has a 12-sided dodecagonal shape. Its unique shape ensures it can be easily distinguished from round coins by both sight and touch, a practical feature that Australians quickly came to appreciate. Unlike the earlier 1966 version, the 1969 coin contains no silver, which made it much more practical for long-term circulation. Mintage and circulation. The 1969 issue of the 50-cent coin was produced in relatively large numbers. 14 million coins were minted by the Royal Australian Mint that year. These coins entered general circulation and became a familiar part of Australian life throughout the 1970s and beyond. Over the years, many of these coins experienced heavy use, so finding one today in pristine, uncirculated condition can be a little more challenging. Circulated examples are still quite common, but high-grade coins with sharp details and know-where are always more desirable to collectors. Collectability and value. From a collector's perspective, the 1969 50-cent coin is an interesting piece, not because it's rare, but because it represents a key moment in the evolution of Australia's currency. Circulated examples are generally worth their face value, but uncirculated coins, or those with proof-like qualities, can fetch higher prices depending on their condition. Error coins from 1969, such as off-center strikes, double obverse impressions, or clipped planchets, are also known to exist and can be worth significantly more to specialized collectors. It's always worth checking your coins carefully, because sometimes even the most ordinary-looking piece can hide a valuable minting error. Legacy and significance. The 1969 Australian 50-cent coin marked the beginning of a new era for Australia's largest circulating coin. Its copper-nickel composition and iconic shape set the standard for every 50-cent coin issued since. Even today, more than 5 decades later, the same general design remains in use, a testament to its enduring appeal and practicality. For many Australians, this coin brings back memories of the late 1960s and 1970s, a time when coins still had weight and presence, when decimal currency still felt new, and when pocket change was filled with unique designs that celebrated the nation's identity. Conclusion. So, that's the story of the 1969 Australian 50-cent coin, a piece of currency that helped shape the future of Australia's money system. From its striking design by Stuart Devlin to its place in history as the first non-silver 50-cent coin, it remains an important collectible and a symbol of national heritage. If you have one of these coins in your collection, take a moment to appreciate what it represents, not just 50 cents in value, but a link to Australia's transformation into the modern decimal era. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Australian coin history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Do you have a 1969 50-cent coin in your collection? Let us know below. Until next time, happy collecting!